Alright guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome back again to the channel. As usual, back to let you know some of the stories making the rounds right at this moment. So the biggest story coming out today obviously has to be the quarterfinal match between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Zambian women's team coming up in a couple of hours from now. 5 p.m. is the time, and it's going to be very interesting to see how it unravels. On social media, it's been very hectic. There's been lots of bragging rights, there's been lots of mouth making, especially coming from the Zambian fans who are very confident in their team, and they are saying all over social media, touting the Super Falcons of Nigeria, saying that they're they've met their downfall today, that there is nothing, there's no chance in hell that they will defeat their women. But uh we're going to wait to see how that plays out, you know later this evening. But at the end of the day, if you look at the Zambian team, you can understand why their people are really confident in their team. For one, they have the current African Best Player of the Year women's category, who goes by the name Barbara Banda, and they also have in their team two of the most expensive players in women's football. Barbara Banda being one of them. She's valued at 681,000 euros. And then we have a Kondenanji, who's valued at 805,000 euros. These are two of the most expensive players in women's football, and they all play for Zambia. So when you look at this, it just shows you of the quality that this Zambian side has individually, but also as a collective, because they've been really good playing together. In this competition, they've really impressed a lot of people. But they are not exactly intimidating the Super Falcons of Nigeria, because we also have our pedigree as well. When you look at the competition entirely, we've won it more times than any nation can even dream of. We won it a record 11 times, and this one right now is hopefully going to be our 12th. But Ashley Plumpter is saying that the team is not really looking at the individual quality. They are not preparing their team, or they are not training towards just holding off one person, but they are training to hold off the entire Zambian team. That's what Ashley Plumpter has to say about this game. But lots of preparations from both sides, lots of agitation, lots of bragging rights from both ends. And then later, this evening, we are definitely going to see how it unravels. It's going to be very interesting. So make sure to catch it if you're free to watch that one. But let's move on, guys. Outside of that, and let's talk, about transfer right now. So Uche CHRISANTUS, who plays for Getafe, made his debut, I think, last month or last 2 months. During the Unity Cup competition, made his debut for Nigeria and was really impressive. So Uche CHRISANTUS is getting close to making a move to the EPL to continue his football this coming season, and Getafe have been really have been showing signs that they they may likely sell him this season, because obviously he did well last season, and for that reason, a lot of clubs across Europe wants his signature. In the EPL, we have a couple of clubs. Leeds United are eyeing him. Brighton and Hove Albion are also very interested in bringing the man to the UK, and Gaddafi are looking at this as a way to actually rake in a lot of money, and his price tag, his new price tag, which they have now slapped on him, is around 20 million euros. That's like 17 million pounds. That's the new price tag they've put on him, and it's crazy to think, that they're about to make this kind of money, especially when you consider the amount that they bought him. I think they bought him around 500,000 euros or something like that, but it wasn't up to a million, from the Spanish division, and now they're about to make, 1000x the amount that they bought him, which is obviously a good business. But CHRISANTUS has said it himself that he's really interested in playing for the EPL, for one of the clubs in the EPL. He said that's like his dream. So it's a move that he's also pushing to make it happen. But we'll see what happens. There's still a couple of weeks, remaining in the transfer market, and then we are going to see whether he makes that move or where he makes the move to. In the meantime, he has returned to the Getafe training and he's looking really, really good, really sharp. After having a short vacation. Speaking of players who have also returned back to the training, we also have Kelechi Iheanacho who returned from his loan spell in Middlesbrough. Actually, he returned into Sevilla's training yesterday from holiday. But uh, at the end of the day, this is his first appearance in the Sevilla training center since he made that loan move at the latter part of last season. But he was greeted very well when he came to the training ground. Not just him, but also Gabriel Salzo, and they were given what I would call a hero's welcome. They were given a guard of honor, and it was all smiles and all joy in that training center. So hopefully this is going to be a good year for Kelechi Iheanacho. Hopefully maybe he gets a shot at fighting for his shirt in this Sevilla side, because it seems like he likes or he loves the club and wants to stay, as opposed to being sent on loan again this season. But we'll see what happens. Kelechi, of course, if he's going to make that Sevilla shirt, he definitely needs to sacrifice a lot, because a lot of people are saying that he's not really he's lazy and he's this, is that. He doesn't take his diet and training very serious. But I'm sure the man is going to want to prove the doubters wrong and then impress this season. But let's see how it goes. In the meantime, the Super Falcons of Nigeria, the lineup is going to come out in in a few minutes from now, and then I'm going to post it on the community tab. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. More stories coming later on.
Tax form stuff. I don't deal with all that. That's my accountant's job, isn't it? Focus on football. Don't worry, I'm gonna get active.